Unpredictable.
Beautiful and cute.
Curious.
Strong-willed. Spirited.
Amazing.
Sweet.
Princess.
This is Lauren. Say hi, Lauren. Let's start from the beginning. This is Lauren, my 14-year-old developmentally delayed autistic little sister. And this is her story.
My name is Robert Gordon. I'm Lauren's father.
My name is Laura Gordon, and I'm Lauren's mom.
She was initially diagnosed as having infantile spasms, which were brain seizures. Obviously, when we were first told about it, we never heard of infantile spasms before. When you think of brain seizures, or you think of seizures, you think of people on the floor seizing, convulsing, where this was more of a subtle, like she would just kind of like twitch like this with her, slight movements.
We were at the hospital, and the neurologist took us down for a EEG. And it showed that her brain waves were what was called, she had hypsarrhythmia, which means they were abnormal brain waves. And she told us what the diagnosis was. And your father had to go someplace. I think he went out to the car to get something. Or no, he was registering her into the hospital, and I was going up in the elevator and I was just crying. And a stranger next to me just gave me a pat. And then later on, after Lauren was in her room, I went outside to call my sister, and I just lost it. There was a railing, and I was just hanging on to the railing, sobbing.
You're pregnant, and my wife's pregnant, we're having a child. You have dreams and how that child's going to go and what the future's going to be. And Lauren's totally turned those dreams and our whole life upside down. Everything we do every day is impacted by Lauren. The doctors told us in the beginning she'd be slightly delayed, or if she was in 3rd grade, she might have a level of a 2nd grade or a 1st grade. They said there would be slight delays, never to the extent of where she is today. They never told us that she might never talk or stuff. So I guess we were optimistic and hopeful when we first diagnosed, because we really didn't know to the extent of how severe it would be.
I do believe that her inoculations gave her the infantile spasms, because everything started the same day of her inoculations. She started crying. We couldn't console her. That exact same day.
A year after the initial diagnosis, when this started and Lauren was doing well, hadn't had seizures in a while, we were told it would be safe to give her inoculations again. We did give her one, and then she had another bad seizure. So I do blame myself a little bit for giving her that second one, but at the time we were following the doctors who we believe knew best at the time.
I'm Isabel Stanulis, and I'm Lauren's aunt.
My name's Ina Gordon, and I'm Lauren's aunt.
My name is Jamie Stanulis, and Lauren is my cousin.
Lauren has impacted my life by making us a little more accepting of differences. Not that we weren't before, but it just shows how differences are on a spectrum.
She makes me think about how lucky I am to have her in the life, and thankful for the health that my family has.
Having a cousin like Lauren makes me look at other children with special needs in a broader, bigger picture, because it impacts so many other people's lives, family, friends, cousins. So there's so much more to that dynamic.
Having a niece like Lauren has made me want to make her cousins, AJ and Rose, more aware that special needs kids aren't all that different. They're just kids that have different abilities.
Well, you realize every child is unique. Every child is a person. They're not just their diagnosis. You treat every child as an individual. You say hi to them. You make eye contact. You don't ignore them. They have feelings.
She lives in a world that I don't understand. She laughs at things that I can't figure out what she's laughing at. I always said I wish I could shrink myself really small and climb in her head and just see what's going on in there. It's got to be an amazing world.
She knows what's going on. She may not appear to know what's going on, but her brain is moving and she's processing everything. and she knows.
Am I funny? No. No, I'm not funny? No. Do you think you're funny? Do you think you're funny?
Nick was little. We were over and we were playing with Nick and with her, and Nick was crawling. And Uncle Ben was playing with Nick, throwing him a ball, and Lauren got mad, or jealous, I guess, went over and gave Nick a slap, and then just walked away.
When she was about 4 years old and she was in the tub and I was being silly, she's laying on her stomach and I'm singing to her, I see your hiney, it's nice and shiny, you better hide it before I bite it. And I pinched her butt and she got up and looked at me and went, grow up.
She's a sweet, energetic little girl, now coming into her teenage years, perhaps becoming maybe a little mischievous.
I think she comprehends a lot and just doesn't have the means to show us, or we just don't understand how she's showing us. She definitely shows her frustration and her joy.
I am optimistic that Lauren will live a life that will be the best life she can live. I mean, I know Lauren's never going to grow up to get married, have kids, or live a normal life. But I'm optimistic that we're going to do everything we can to make Lauren's life the best it can be.
Team Lovin' Lauren.
Lovin' Lauren.
Team Lovin' Lauren.
Team Lovin' Lauren.